a song by Neil Young, and it's interesting. I used to, I love hip hop. I listened to classic rock. I listened to everything when I was in high school. And just after high school, when I'm in community college, and some of the kids stayed in town, so we're drinking every Friday night, but talking about everyone else that went off to a major college or is dead or whatever. And I really got into this song by Neil Young, and Neil Young really wasn't one of my, there's some classic rock guys I just hated. But, I would love Led Zeppelin, love Jimi Hendrix. But there were some guys that I'm just like, dude, these guys are punks, But this one Neil Young song that I liked wasn't Southern Man, it was Old Man. Because I think I was transitioning into that age where I started at least understanding the concept of it, and kind of fearful because I knew what it meant. So on that note, I've been first and last, and I love that line. I've been first and last, funny how the time goes past. Already in life, I have been first and last. I've been on tour with rock bands. I've known people that you would say, bullshit, you don't know them, and I could call them and talk to them on a first-name basis right now. And yet I look like the biggest dork, and I'm essentially homeless, although I have a home. My mom's dead. People up here are not from LA. They don't know who I am, and they sure as fuck don't believe my stories. And people in LA are tired of hearing about them, and up here you don't even believe them. So it goes full cycle. But I look at things from a generational point of view, and there is a huge gap, like there is with the baby boomers, with the Gen Xers. Why that happens, I don't know, because it seems like a man-made thing, doesn't it? And yet it fluctuates, because some, millennials actually act more Gen X, and they come into our group. Our group is the one group that will accept everybody. So it's interesting. People say, well, we're going to kick your ass because you guys only have 84 million who were born in your generation. And look at what happened between 1961 and 81. That will tell you the story of the chaos of our generation. We will always be the 13th generation. And the word, or the number 13, actually represents the real ones. And isn't it eerie? And online, they've done a study. The word most used by people in our age is the word real. Keep it real, keep it real. That's weird. But it also means what? What does 13 mean? Right. And this generation has literally landed on the worst recessions, the Space Shuttle Challenger, 9/11, and then not only that, we never get credit if we do something good. We always don't get mentioned when things go really well, and someone else will steal the credit. And yet we still give more. When everyone else stops giving to charity, take a look at the statistics. We give more, even though we're the ones that lose the most. We will give more. Everyone else paranoid will stop giving money to charity. It's weird. We're stupid like that. And we love it because we know where we're going afterwards. We've earned our way into heaven, but we are definitely the freaks. We are definitely the creeps like that. And some people want to exploit that. But I tell you what, I'm down to help you millennials because, see, millennials, you and us have a lot in common. See, the baby boomers are very greedy. They won't even quit their jobs. They want to keep the money so bad. They could die tomorrow, but they want to keep their high-paying job and not give any of their money. By meaning that, we can't take the jobs over, even if we're better at them, because they don't want us to have money. It's not about them wanting to earn it now. They don't want us to have anything. It's like my dad. My grandma was telling me and my little brother how we were going to get all this money when she passed away. We're all excited, I'm going to get a new bicycle. And then we wondered what happened when she died. We just thought about it. We're just and my dad's like, oh, well, I had to spend all the money on her home for her to go into a home. He's lying, dude. He's lying. He kept it all. My older brother died of AIDS, and that was my older brother from my mom's side. My mom had him when she was 16. That was a really hard time in our family, and it was becoming a sobering feeling to know AIDS. And he had a house that was given to him by my mom's mom. That was in Manhattan Beach. Now, Manhattan Beach has gone up a little bit in value. And so this house, which was kind of beat up, but he had a good job. He worked as a front desk at the Beverly Hills Hotel. My mom was married to my dad now, and they didn't know what to do with the house, so we cleaned it up. And they flipped it. They sold it. It was worth a lot more money than you would have thought. But they flipped it for what? They flipped it evenly for their house in Pebble Beach. Or should I say my dad's house in Pebble Beach. Now, at the same time, my mom is helping out her step-grandmother, Smiley, in Arizona, who had vultures come in and try to basically take everything from her when she was hospitalized. She didn't know who to call, so she calls my mom. My mom actually called me and wanted me and the crew to go down to protect my mom. I'm serious. She's like, they're going to beat me up. They don't know who I am. They're like, get the fuck out of here. They wanted to pull the plug on her. And I'm sitting here trying to hold the ground of protecting this, she knew her, obviously. But her relatives come out of the woodwork, the routine. And they want everything she has. So sure enough, in a movie-type scenario, in her deathbed, Smiley, my step-grandmother, my mom's stepmother, and not my mom's stepmother, because my mom was married by the time she got married to my grandfather. gives everything, gives the house to my mom. When she dies, and all of these vultures find out that this woman, who my mom's getting mad dog, I didn't go down to Arizona. You're giving it to that bitch? That's why she's here. They go and they loot the house, dude. They looted the house. So it became a very, and then, you know, when she died, she got cremated, and the ashes went to my mom, and she wanted to be put out in the ocean. Well, everything was so confusing, no one did that. I was the one who remembered. I think she wants to be put out in the ocean. Well, the Catholic, you know what? She wants to be put out in the ocean. She can be put out in the ocean. I'm not going to call the police on myself. God, some people, man, they get all righteous about man-made laws at the wrong moments. But my mom was militant about this house represents something sentimental to me, because this woman gave it to me because evil people were around her. She was all alone in a nice house. It was a beautiful house. I don't want your brother to have it, but promise me, if anything ever happens to me, you don't let your father take it. Well, Mom, what are you talking about? Then I found out what she was talking about. Now, I'm not trying to badmouth about my dad. I'm just telling you the truth. And he stole it from me. And now, because I guess my mom didn't do the legal paperwork, why would we? We were a close family. He knows it, but you can't prove it. I mean, that kind of rocked my world. And now I'm stuck looking like I guess that's the life cycle. But when it happens, I don't want you guys blaming Gen X, because I was always the guy that we got picked on, we got beat up when we were freshmen in high school. This is a true story, actually. And, we were tough kids, man. We were badasses. You hear the story, yeah, fuck with us, you'll get it, this and that. So old kids that were older than us, they were badasses. And they fucked with us, not because they didn't like us, but because they got fucked with. I'm a senior, and I'm a big boy. I was bigger than I am now. I was 275 then, the same height. I haven't grown since then. And I walk in, it's an all-boys Catholic school. This is in 1989. And two of the, cool kids in class, that are the good-looking guys who get to date hotties from the all-girls school of the street, they've got a freshman kid. They're trying to scare him in a bathroom stall and pretending like they're going to fucking rape him in the ass. Because he was scared. He was in all-boys school, so was I. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing, dude? What the fuck, man? They're shocked. My friends are shocked. Now, I guess it could be, but I'm Don. I'm the big, fat, ugly guy who gets, I get to do what I want. I'm a senior now. I play football. We're all friends and everything. I'm like, dude, what are you doing to that kid? Dude, let him go. Leave him alone. And they got all upset with me. And they go, dude, what the fuck is your problem, bro? That shit got done to us. I'm like, that's why we don't do it to them. We don't do it to them because it was done to us. We remember what it was like, and we don't do it to them. The kid takes off, whatever. Now, fast forward, I'm not smoking weed. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm a hippie gangster wannabe. This is like 5 years later. My brother is a star in California as the #1 quarterback at this high school that I went to. That kid was a freshman when that happened. Now I'm going to the game by myself, and oh shit, now gangsters are showing up to the games because we're playing like Carson and Compton. Okay, they're from our school, I guess. Some dudes are drinking 40 ounces in the back of their ride. They look like thugs. And I hear this, yo, dude, hey, you, Don Lynch. Oh, fuck, dude. It's on now. We're about to throw down. That's that motherfucker I told you about. He says that to everybody. I recognize the guy. Damn, he's changed. I remember you, bro. I remember you. When I was a freshman. Those motherfuckers were fucking with me, dude. And you came in and you fucking shit. Quit fucking with that guy. This is the homeboy. All these fucking dudes that would probably beat my ass are getting props for this guy drinking a 40 ounce in the parking lot of a football game because he remembers that day that someone came in and stopped what was just a joke to my friends but scared the shit out of him. He thought it was real. And he's never forgotten that. He's told the story and he tells his friends, that's the guy I'm telling the story about. And they gave me a beer and we drank. That's how it pays off. So that's how we are. I'm not rare in that sense. Now I'm not going to say Gen X has the best ideas, but you guys know that already. You don't even know what ideas are you take. And I understand that we kind of took a lot from that pool. You want to be down with Snoop and this and that. What's natural for us is hard for you guys. But because of that, there's something coming. There's a battle coming. There's a war coming. Call it a video game. Call it whatever you want. America is clearly getting fucked up. We're on the sidelines watching it burn down. You guys want to get into political office, and you really do not. You want to be a lot like us. And I'm telling you, you do. You don't think you do. You don't want to be anything like us. I'm telling you, reverse that attitude, and it will save your life. Because in a year, you listen to what I'm saying right now, you say, how the fuck did you know that? It'll be a different kind of war. Okay? And you will never guess, but historians know, sociologists know, who's going to get us into that war. We'll get you guys into that war. Because you guys haven't had your war yet. Everyone gets a war. The fucking baby boomers. So we have a lot in common. And if we could somehow or another, at least, without these stupid sock puppet posts about how millennials are idiots, we're just teasing each other, first of all, about how you guys don't do this and we drink out of the water out of a hose and you guys get bottled water. It's a joke, man. I haven't heard any millennials talk shit about me. It's just that you guys act snotty. And your girlfriends, I knew a millennial girl. And I got a little bit of a gift. See, I'm getting used. I'm trying to be a friend to her. I'm trying to be like a dad to her. And she starts asking me about, like, oh, so, who am I going to marry, this and that. Like, please don't. These are the stupidest questions. Because I was giving accurate answers. Her friends were telling me, go to talk to Don. He's a psychic. I started telling her things. She then accuses me of stalking her. Although she came out of the blue to ask me these questions. Why? Because they were so accurate. She said I went down to City Hall and I looked up her records of her family. How else would I know the names of her relatives? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just met you at this party. Jenica told you to come up and talk to me. Who's going to be the man of her life? Who's the guy she's going to marry? And I said, one of the most annoying, that and when is the next earthquake going to hit, are the hardest and the stupidest ones to ask someone who can give you the answers to everything, and I can only give you a hint. And I gave her a very strong hint that she never let me forget, but then I haven't forgotten something else. And it was a very generic thing. I said, I really looked into it. And I asked that power. And it said, tell her, you are going to definitely know him when you see him. In other words, it would be a love at first sight. But when you see this individual, you won't take a week, you won't take a day, you won't just think he's cute. You will know you're going to marry that guy. Now, I haven't seen her for a very long time, but what is so eerie that I did not remember, because I never even thought of it, was I was so upset that she was like a friend of mine. We talked every night on the phone for hours. She wanted me to get sober again, and I was having hard times, and she never would come visit me or anything like that. And I remember one time, I'm like, well, what the fuck? I'll buy the beers. You got me sober. We haven't seen each other. She used to live with me when I first met her. She said, I can't come down there. I don't get it. Why? What's wrong with me? I thought she thought it was violent. Then she kept implying that. No, dude. No, she would not come and see you. She wouldn't come and see you. Why? Because of what you said. Well, I didn't plan that. She knows that, so she knew. What did she think I did? I wasn't even thinking about that. She knew. She knew. So why would she come and see you? You'll know it when you see him.